Kevin, thanks very much. The Phoenix Suns have struggled the last few years, but they're trying to build a win.
Now they're getting closer. Thanks, DA. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Hayward out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Karis LeVert, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for the Suns, Horford is out there with DeRozan. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Buddy Hield, and it's Tice in at the 5, roaming the paint. Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you now have gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because that's you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Dragic left side. Hayward outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Porzingis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Hield kicks to Lillard. The pass to Tice. Lillard outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat. Well, Buddy Hield, the consummate gym rat, growing up in the Bahamas, he built his own rim with a milk crate and would shoot all night. His neighbors got so tired of yelling at him to keep it down. He sprinkled broken glass under the rim to get him to move the hoop.
And here they go. A nice shot by LeVert.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Lillard against Dragic. DeRozan for 3. Got a piece of it. Back to Lillard. The feed now to DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
The 6'7" native of Compton, DeMar DeRozan, getting it done. Great strength there.
And Greg, they said Hield would wait until his mom fell asleep and then sneak out to play basketball. And when she came looking for him, he'd take off running.
Yeah, he preferred to catch that discipline at home more so than in public. But growing up in the 8 Mile Rock, a tough neighborhood, his mom rightfully very protective.
The Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Dragic the pass to Antetokounmpo. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here.
Now here's Hield. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Hayward kicks to Giannis. To the inside. Here's LeVert. Hayward trying to get open. And it's LeVert missing.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Porzingis with the steal. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. Pass to LeVert. It's stolen by Hield. Pass to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
And finished off by Horford.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Giannis. 38 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Count it from 12.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Platoon swap here for Phoenix. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Third is Ricky Rubio.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Here's Mikhailuk. His last outing, he had 8 points. Clemens. No good that time. Good D by Rubio. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 3. For Phoenix, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Clemens with the bucket.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Rubio, the pass to LeVert. Floats one up. Oh!
My goodness. Boy, very nice read that time from LeVert. He's a guy who racks up the assist. Very good feel on offense.
Here's Clemens. Pass to Giant. And it's good for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Boucher. And there's the pass to Crawford. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Clemens. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
on him. A very nice season for him last year. 3rd in assists, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Now, here's Rubio. No points in the game yet for him. Bucket is good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
51 seconds left in the first. Pass to Giant. And here is Shamet. To the right side. Here's Clemens. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now Crawford. Good.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Phoenix leading by 6. Here's Clemens. He's got 9. Pass to Shamet. His 3-pointer's off the mark. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive as they come. Here's what he had to say.
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody going to come after me, I'm going to be right here for it. And, you know, he's the ultimate example of that. Somebody that's going to come for your lunch. And that's just what it is. I'm always ready for the challenge.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marc Gasol is out there with Chris Boucher. Then it's Hayward. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Crawford at the 2 spot. Free throw good, Giles. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Lakers in 5th.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So both teams making some changes here. He hits both from the stripe.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Horford against Antetokounmpo. That one goes. Count it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Lakers trail by 6. Rubio outside. Giannis outside. Kicks it out to Crawford. That 3 off the mark. Phoenix has gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Clemens, covered by Rubio. Six to shoot. Here's Clemens. Hits it from three-point range. Clemson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Lakers. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Passes it to Porzingis. Kicks it to Crawford. Lakers passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. There's the pass to Hayward. Here's Giannis. The rebound by Giles.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Well, that's a signature move from DeRozan, guys. Gets up ahead of steam, then finishes strong. Boy, I like that aggressiveness.
Rubio, the pass to Porzingis. Hayward with the ball. Pass to Rubio. Pass to Crawford. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. From downtown. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Here's DeRozan. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at Lillard, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Phoenix calls timeout. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Here's Giannis following the score by Damian Lillard. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, guarded by Horford. Giannis against Horford. Antetokounmpo, no good. Here's Here's Lillard. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Fires from deep. That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Porzingis.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Lillard. 32 points for him last game against Portland. Offensive rebound, Horford. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Suns lead by 12.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Suns have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. It's DeRozan with the drive. And finished off by DeRozan.
That is punched with conviction. DeRozan, after being in the league for 10 years, still big-time bounce.
Timeout called the Lakers. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is checked in for Porzingis, and Chris Boucher's subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Now here's Gasol. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. 1:05 left in the first half. Here's Mikhailuk. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 14. LeVert inside the line. Los Angeles with another miss.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Healed the pass to Mikhailuk. Passes it to Tice. LeVert grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, when LeVert is assertive and in attack mode, I love watching him go. He's got the athleticism to allow him to get a lot done.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Lakers. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lillard against Dragic. Here is Lillard. 10 points for him. Healed outside. Shoots over LeVert.
On defense, LeVert showing great versatility. I mean, this guy is doing a nice job getting his hand up in the face of shooters.
And so it's Phoenix up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Damian, where does that game face of yours come from?
I think it's just the Oakland in me, really. I'm sure a lot of people know about the past of the Oakland point guards with Gary Payton, Brian Shaw, and Jason Kidd. And once you get on the court, it's time to compete. Off the court, I was raised to be a good person, high character person, but on the court, between those lines, everything is out the window. It's time to win.
That 5-1-0's coming out, Damian. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are leading by 12. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
You have to love how they use their heads. Good ball movement, smart shot.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Suns leading by 12. We've got Daniel Tice. Damian Lillard out there with Buddy Hield. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Horford in at the 4 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. It goes out of bounds. That one off Levert. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Lillard dishes to Horford. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers trail by 12.
And guys, Caris LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Porzingis finds Antetokounmpo. Now here's LeVert. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, you know what? I think you got to be excited about LeVert's potential. This kid seems to get better and add more to his game every year.
Lillard looking around. LeVert against Hield. Lillard outside. Misses the 3.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Caris LeVert. Lakers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Hey, you know, as dominant as the Greek Freak is offensively, the tendency is that people overlook his impact at the other end of the floor. I mean, you could make a case that he might be the league's most versatile defender, too.
And DeRozan kicks to Tice. And the pass to Horford. Over Hayward. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Ugh, ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Back to Giannis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got 13.
And he's won MVP, but would it surprise you to see Giannis win the Defensive Player of the Year before his career is done?
No, it would not surprise me, Greg. I mean, he's an elite rim protector. He's an outstanding rebounder on both backboards, and he's disruptive because of his length and athleticism and his tenacity and passion. Don't discount that.
Down low, here's Tice. Lays it up and banks it in. Tice has got his first basket.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
It's Crawford with the drive, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Both teams will make substitutions.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Dragic. Some last season stats for him. He averaged about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And it's Rubio penetrating, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Guys, you know it. Timing can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. That time, Rubio precise, hitting the roller.
Out to DeRozan. It's up a 3. That one doesn't drop. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Giannis passes to Rubio. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Now just a 1-point Suns lead.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Clemens rejected by Dragic, and he recovers it. And that one's good. Shamet. And it's Rubio with the ball for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
DeRozan against Crawford, and finished off by DeRozan.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Here's DeRozan. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Rubio in the corner. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Clemens. He's guarded by Dragic. And that one drops.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Lakers trail by 3. Now, here's Rubio. Lob pass to Gasol. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Shamet on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
1:06 left in the third. Rubio against Lillard. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Giannis outside to the paint and finished off by Gasol.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
And I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
LeVert kicks to Rubio. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, catching the defender slightly out of position that time. Rubio takes advantage, now goes to the line.
For Los Angeles, they have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Daniel Tice is checked in for the Suns. Buddy Hield comes in for Landry Shamet.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
Lillard against Rubio. Lillard with it, with 1 on the clock, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the 4th? We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Ricky Rubio is out there with LeVert, and it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Chris Boucher, and it's Hayward in at the 3.
And how about Hayward mixing it up inside there? Shows he can score on either side of the three-point line and really makes him more difficult to guard.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Now Rubio, outside Gasol. Rubio with it, and it's Johnson picking him up, and the basket by Rubio.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Tice passes to Johnson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Suns lead by 1. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
LeVert kicks to Boucher. To the middle. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 5 assists in the game. Inside, here's Johnson. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
And the Lakers making a change here. Dragic is checked in.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
LeVert the pass to Hayward. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Pass to Tice. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And the call will be against Caris LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. Al Horford, he's checked in for Johnson. Porzingis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Tice with the bounce pass. Lillard against Dragic. Lillard left side. Over to the wing. 4 on the shot clock. He had a nice open look right there. Mikhailov's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Dragic. Fires it up. No good off the back of the rim. Suns have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so Gasol will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 1-point game. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. That sends Caris LeVert to the free throw line. That one is unhealed. The Lakers making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And the Suns call time. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's just played angry tonight. I mean, he's taken that anger out on the rim with one throwdown after another. They have not been able to stop him from getting to the rim.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's on.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
And it's tied up with that one. Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Giannis high post. Working on Horford. Basket good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. Leave it to the veteran, Al Horford, to come up big. That could be a huge play in this game.
Lakers working the ball around now. Antetokounmpo finds Dragic, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
How about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
The kick out to Dragic. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Suns trail by 4. That's a 2 from Lillard. Another one falls for Phoenix.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Los Angeles has gotten in the groove from 3-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Gets the pass to Giannis. Sinks the triple. Antetokounmpo's got 27.
And, you know, you see the touch from deep. Antetokounmpo, now he just needs to make it a more consistent part of his game.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Healed against LeVert. Pass to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lakers leading by 5. is Antetokounmpo. He feeds it to Hayward. They get it again. Giannis kicks to Porzingis. Outside Dragic. To the inside. And to Antetokounmpo. And the layup's good off the glass. Giannis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
And relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Los Angeles. Timeout called the Lakers. They're ahead by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
And the Suns call time here. They're down by 7. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Hield can't hit. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Passes it to Rubio. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Now here's McLemore. Kicks it out to Rubio. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Giannis, an impressive performance for you. What was the key?
No, I just want to thank my teammates because they're doing a great job finding me. And I'm just trying to, try to be myself, try to wait for my time to offensive end.
Well, it looked great tonight, man. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.